How you doing today? I'm RJ.
And I'm Tracy.
And today we're going to show you Neenah 3G Jet-Opaque. And Tracy will talk a little bit about the features.
So kind of some information on the paper. It's meant for soft substrates, so things like t-shirts, mouse pads, coasters, anything like that. The 3G Jet-Opaque is also meant for dark garments or colored garments. So anything black, navy blue, red, green, light pastel colors it will even work on. You can put it on white garments if you want to, if it happens to be the only thing you have to use at the time. It's just going to give you quite a bit of a heavier hand than some of the lighter papers will. RJ is going to go over the different ways that you can actually print and cut the paper, and then we'll get one pressed for you.
All right, so we're going to do a couple different ways. The first way, we're just going to print our image on the sheet. We're not going to do any trimming or anything like that. So you will see when we press it to the t-shirt, this white box will appear on the shirt as well. Second way you can do it, and how we did it, is you can actually cut the paper with scissors. So you just trim around the image. Like I said, so if I would leave any white, that white would show on your shirt. So we did trim as close as you could to the image. Lastly, as you see here, we do have contour lines, or contour marks. So we can actually put this in a cutter or a plotter, and it will do it for us. So there's 3 different ways you can use this paper, depending on how you want your image to look.
First with the paper is you are going to have to peel it from its backing. So it's kind of tricky to get it started. You just kind of have to get it either like a push pin or a nail right underneath the edge and peel it off. This paper does not get mirror imaged when it's printed because it does go on face up, kind of like a decal. This is actually your transfer. So this is what it's going to look like on your shirt. We are going to press at 350 for about 30 seconds. And we're going to use a heavy pressure. Do not forget, please, I am begging you, cover your image with a silicone sheet or a Teflon sheet, because if you don't, you're going to have a nasty, sticky mess when you are done. So when it's finished, you're just going to open your press up. Now, you don't want to peel it right away. You want to let it cool off a little bit because that ink now is hot because of the way you've pressed it. So just kind of lay it down on a table or something. Just let it cool for just a little bit. And then you can peel your Teflon sheet off and you'll be ready to go. So this will be the first way that you can press it with all of your white background, no special trimming involved, anything like that. Okay, so we've let it cool. As you can tell, it's kind of cooled to the touch. So we're just going to take our silicone sheet off. Sorry about that. And as you notice, like RJ said, the first way that we did it was we didn't do any trimming. All we did was print on the opaque paper. This is our image. That's our whole 8.5 by 11 sheet. Anywhere we did not print, you're going to see that white. So just keep that in mind if you're doing dark shirts. It's kind of heavy when you've got the full, 8.5 by 11 transfer on there. So now we're going to press it, and we're going to show you the difference between pressing that and pressing the one that we actually used and did a contour cut with. Again, just lay it on the shirt. Cover it with your silicone sheet. This is a very important tip. Please don't forget that. Make sure that if you're pressing on the same shirt like we are, that you don't get that second press in there again either. Again, it's 350 for 30 seconds. Okay, so again, now that we're all finished, we're just going to take our shirt out of the press and we're going to let it cool just for a few minutes. And then we'll show you the difference as to what it looks like. Okay, now that we've cooled off, we're cool to the touch again. So we're just going to take our Teflon sheet and peel that off. And we're upside down, but as you can see, this is what the difference is. So when you contour cut or cut with your scissors around your image, if you don't have anything too terribly detailed, this is what your end result is going to look like. It's much more wearable. It's not a full sheet of transfer on your shirt. It's not heavy. It's very soft. These are good for, what do you think? Portraits?
Oh yeah. Yep, family portraits, anything with really high definition stuff.
Yeah,
that
the
you want to get onto a t-shirt.
Color is super bright, regardless of how you press it. Whichever way you're going to use it. The color's bright. It washes well. One tip that Neenah does recommend is make sure that you don't oversaturate your paper. Since these papers work like a decal and they're used with water-based ink, since it's just a regular inkjet printer, if you oversaturate or print in a photo quality mode, it will lay down too much ink on top of the paper. Therefore, when it gets wet, if you're outside wearing the shirt in the rain, you may notice some of that ink running down. So just don't oversaturate. Text quality is fine. That's exactly how these were printed. And as you can see, they look fantastic. So oversaturation is a bad thing. Bad.
All right. So once again, I'm RJ.
And I'm Tracy.
Thank you for your time.